This is Post-Terraforming Report Update. I am blind because I stared at the sun, even with these glasses on, for like 2 minutes. Actually, I had the sun blocked by the top of the window, and it was still blinding the shit out of me. And it's still blinding me through a layer of clouds. What the fuck is that? That just dawned on me. That whole time I'm staring at it. Wow. And there is somebody spraying right, and you can't even see him. I hope you can see it through the video. I haven't even watched the video yet. But anyway, I figured I would just kind of continue on where I left off, which is no idea. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, that was pretty wild. I tell you what, I'm quite interested to see how that blocks out the sun for the rest of the day. We're supposed to have a high today of near above freezing. It was 5 degrees when I left my house. It was freezing this morning, and it's supposed to climb up to 30 degrees. So we shall see. It's going to be in the 40s all next week. So by next week, by this upcoming weekend, I don't know if there'll be any more snow on the ground. That's nuts. That's ludicrous. I wonder how many people were just like drove by. Only a couple people drove by, but the sun was like shining directly in the vehicle. You could easily see what I was doing. And it probably looked like I was videotaping the airport, honestly. I wonder how many people thought was like, what is that guy doing? And I'm pretty noticeable in my Jeep. There's a lot of these Jeeps around, but I got a big old Texas sticker in the back. It's not big, but it's like the size of my hand. So they'll know it was that crazy a Texan. It was me. Not a whole lot of Texans around here. Actually, I met the Army recruiter for this area, and he was originally from California, lived in Texas for a while, absolutely loved it. I'm not sure what the hell brought him up here, but sorry, I got a message. But he said he could tell I was from Texas immediately. He's like, I knew you were from around here at least. But I figured Texas. He was figuring right. But that's neither here nor there. No shit. Okay, so I want to tell you, he just drove past me, literally. But that's quite unbelievable, so I'm not going to even bring it up. But he just drove past me. I don't even know the odds of that. I documented it, kinda. You couldn't see his truck. And I thought, holy shit, here comes a brand new Dodge Ram with a white license plate on front. Does that say Texas? Holy shit, that says Texas. Holy shit, that was him. That was what just happened. Craziness. Small world. Well, anyway, I just sat around drinking coffee. I don't really have much to talk about. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a good weekend. It's getting very hot in this Jeep. I got a notice in the mail yesterday that I have to appear in court once again. So I've been fighting these 2 tickets I got. I got 2 tickets back in April of 2020, okay? So in March, I have to renew my tags, right? Well, March is when Michigan decided to shut shit down. The Secretary of State wasn't even open, not even by appointment, for like a month or for a couple months, right? And so we had an exemption period for expired tags. Well, I got pulled over in my Cadillac for expired tags. I was kind of already in a very frustrated and stressed out mood. And he pulled me over, and I was like a complete asshole with him. And I was very blunt. He actually asked me what I was doing. I just told him I'm going camping. And he's like, "Where do you think you're going camping?" And I was like, "Anywhere I fucking please." I just kind of looked at him, and he's like, "Okay, you fucking douchebag." Anyway, that guy gave me 2 tickets. He gave me an expired registration, dumbass, and he gave me an illegal license plate. For what? I have no idea. So I'm thinking he tried to compound 2 tickets into one. Or he compounded 1 ticket. He broke up 1 ticket into 2, right? He gave me an expired tag, and then he gave me an illegal license plate, maybe because the tag on the license plate was not valid, therefore making the license plate illegal. I'm not sure. I think nobody knows. That's why I'm fighting it. And I fought the other one too. The other one, now the expired registration got thrown out immediately. Like, I contested it. We had a Zoom court thing about it. Actually, we didn't even have a Zoom thing about it. I had to have a Zoom thing about it to contest it, and then I had to have like a final motion hearing or whatever, and they called me, and they were like, "Hey, just so you know, we're dismissing it. You don't even have to appear by Zoom today. It's all good. You're good to go." I'm like, "Cool, thanks." Should have never even pulled me over in the first place for it. And now the illegal license plate isn't just a traffic citation, okay? That's a misdemeanor. So it's handled by a different court, a separate court. This has been getting drawn out since last April, okay? Almost a full year. It is a full year. This is month 12, you know what I mean? And now the prosecutor, for whatever reason, didn't want to grant my dismissal, okay? But the judge kind of went over his head and was like, "Well, there's no reason he should have gave you an illegal." I'm like, "Thank you." I'm like, please tell me what part of my license plate was illegal, other than the expired registration, which there was an exemption period for, because the Secretary of State office wasn't even fucking opened. Like, hello? This cop was just being an asshole and gave me some tickets, and he's like, well, if he's gonna pay him, he'll pay him, and if he'll contest him, he'll have fun, because he hasn't shown up to a single thing. So I just got a notice yesterday anyway. I had a Zoom meeting about it a while ago, and they opened the Zoom meeting talking about, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you an extension on paying. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? I'm not paying this ticket, guys. All right? Like, this isn't how this works. You can't just pull somebody over, give them a fucking ticket, and then it just be enforced for no reason. There's no justification behind it. And that's what I keep asking. What's the justification behind this ticket? Somebody please tell me. Well, the judge finally got it. I explained it to him. He's like, oh, then yeah. He's like, well, and he asked the prosecutor, do you have any, like, notes on why his license plate was illegal? And he's like, no. Officer left no notes either, just said illegal license plate, didn't say why. And I was like, see, there you go. The cop was just being an asshole because I was being an asshole. And so the prosecutor didn't want to let it go. And then the judge said he was gonna grant my dismissal, right? My my appeal for dismissal. But I still had to have a formal court hearing about it still. So that's coming up now. Now, when the judge said that, I looked at the prosecutor's little Zoom screen, and the dude looked right in the camera and did one of these. Cracked his neck. Like he was pissed that the judge just went over his head. And the judge had made a comment which was kind of fucked up. He said, well, I can't, because there's no justification behind this, I can't, with a good mind, just force you to pay a ticket, I'm like, thank you. There's no legitimacy behind it. And he's like, which I guess gives, I'm not gonna say his name, but the prosecutor, full ammo to go after you next time you're in front of him or something like that, since I'm kind of going over his head this time. Think about that for a minute. No. This case is settled. If I'm ever in front of this prosecutor again, he doesn't get to think about this past case and be like, oh yeah, I remember when the judge went over my head last time I seen this guy, and now I'm gonna fucking slam him with the book. That's exactly what the judge said. Isn't that crazy? That's nuts. Anyway, I'm about to pull into the shop, so I gotta go. And I'll talk to you guys later. I love you all. Hope you all have a great Sunday. Peace!